Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Well, welcome to the next episode of Who Are You? And I'm here speaking to somebody in the United States of America. So, who are you?
I'm Chris. I'm the chairman of the Atlanta Cityzens in Atlanta, Georgia.
Fantastic. Well, Chris, how did you end up where you are?
I actually moved here in '98. My dad got transferred with his company, and I grew up in the Midlands. Family's from Manchester, Didsbury, and but I grew up in Coventry, and got transplanted through work, and that's basically what it was. I've been here ever since. Love it. Come home as often as I can, at least once a year. It's expensive now, so I don't do it as much. It used to be okay, but now it's too expensive.
So you're here, and you're on this next episode of Who Are You? And as you know, we ask 5 questions from every guest on the series and episodes, and doesn't matter whether they're Manchester born, people from overseas, anywhere in the world. We ask the same 5 questions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you your first question, and your first question is, what was your first Manchester City game that you saw live or on TV that you can remember?
My first Man City game that I saw live, and that's the one that's key for me, is in August 1995. I got to see Coventry City versus Man City at Highfield Road. And it was basically right at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And we lost 2-1. But at the time, I didn't have any allegiance to a team. In Coventry, there was nothing. It's either you like Coventry City or you don't. I didn't. It wasn't my team. Most of my mates were all Liverpool, Man United supporters because they were the big club at the times, and so I didn't have an allegiance. My uncle Tom took me to this match because he's a big blue, and he said, we've got to go sit in the away section, got to do this. And he has so much passion. And when we lost, Dion Dublin scored the header to beat us. He was furious, so angry. And that to me was passion. And I just fell in love with Man City after that. And, it's fitting that the first game I ever got to watch, we lost. But, I just fell in love with them after that, mate. And, my whole family, they're all Blues, all down like 4 generations of Blues. And so it was odd for me not to jump on that as a young age. But I just really didn't have an allegiance. I love the sport, but not the teams, if that makes sense. And then 95, mate, that August, I think it was like August 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, Highfield Road in Coventry.
Well, so you're not a newer generation fan like they all claim Man City fans are.
Post-oil money and all that crap, yeah.
Well, on to your second question. Your second question is, your favourite all-time Manchester City game and why?
For me, it has to be beating United 6-1 away. I think that was in 2011. Just because the way we did it, to watch the United players who United have dominated throughout the years, and we have beaten them big before in the past. But the way we went to Old Trafford, dominated that game, bossed them. And the look on Alex Ferguson's face when he had no answer. And then we just, that through ball from David Silva to Dzeko and the commentator, it couldn't be 6, could it? I mean, that is just, to me, it's just epic. Oh, yeah, the celebration. It was just absolutely epic. So as far as a fan watching the game, that to me is my all-time favourite. Great
answer. Well, on to question 3. Your favourite all-time Manchester City player and why?
So my all-time favorite is actually Kinkladze, and I loved him. And for me, he's not the greatest player in the world. It's not that I'm saying he's the best player Man City's ever had. But what I loved about him, he was phenomenally skillful. He scored a handful of goals. I think he only scored like 20 goals in a City shirt, but the goals he scored were ace. And then the fact that he stuck with City when we got relegated, and he was too good to be in a squad that got relegated, and he stuck with us. And to me, that is just class. And so, to me, I always look at David Silva as the new Kinkladze. I've always thought that with the way he's skillful and so on. But Georgie Kinkladze, man, that's my all-time favorite player.
Somebody else said that on one of the episodes, and they said the similar thing, is that he was just majestic in a crap team.
Yeah.
Basically, that's how they described him.
but he stuck with us, and that's what I like about it. You know, when we got relegated, I thought that's him gone.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he ended up playing another year, and then we lost him to Ajax. And you know what's funny is after that he bounced around he never really settled at another team. He just bounced around, and you know, and that's a shame really, because it was '98 we lost him, and if he would have stuck with us for one more year when we got the promotion, God knows what Kinklatzy would have been like for us, you know. But it happens.
Well, that's a great answer and a great explanation. So moving on to question 4, which is, what's the best Manchester City goal you've ever seen and why?
All right, so this one's hard to say. So as far as seeing a goal, you have to say Aguero in 2012 because of what it meant for City to score a goal. I mean, you know, but it's such a common answer. But my all-time favourite goal that I didn't get to see live was Paul Dickoff in '99 scoring the playoff goal that got us the chance to get into the penalties. When I moved here in '98, you could not get City on telly. That wasn't even an option. You barely got the reports coming from internet or TV or papers. So I didn't get a chance to actually watch it live. And through the glory of internet, you're able to go back and watch anything you want now. And years ago, I got to really see it for the first time, and it was just the passion of Dickoff on his knees, just giving it that. To me, the importance of that goal, it slingshot City to where we are now.
Without shadow of doubt.
And to me, that is my favourite goal. But as far as seeing one live, it's Aguero. It has to be. It's a famous goal. I mean, we're going to build a statue of him with that shirt, aren't we? So it's, that is what it is. But yeah, Dickoff, mate, that's the one for me.
Well, I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that. So going on to your final question. Okay. This has stumped a few people and they've had to think long and hard about this question. Yep. So if you could take one player, dead or alive, past or present, City or played for any other team in world football, to play in this current system under Pep Guardiola, who would it be and why?
You're right. This is tough. You really have to think about it. But there's only one player to me that I would love to see in this system, and that was Ronaldinho.
Wow.
Think about that. With his skill set, his intelligence, his ability to hold the ball, pass the ball, create chances, he's David Silva turned up to 11. So you take him and put him in our squad today. Oh my God, we'd be scoring 200 goals a season. I could only imagine what he would do with the squad that he has, with a striker like Aguero or Jesus, and then on the wings with Sané and Sterling. I mean, oh my God. I mean, look at what he did with Barcelona. Yeah. He was phenomenal. And
yet Pep got rid of him.
Yeah, but you got rid of a few players that he regretted, didn't he, throughout his careers? And it may happen with City. You never know.
Yeah.
So
Ronaldinho is then. I mean, it's interesting because my older lad, I asked him these 5 questions, and his was exactly the same answer as yours. Ronaldinho. He says he's one of the best players he's ever seen in his young life. But
it has to fit the system. Your question is, it have to fit the system.
You've got to fit.
Players that are actually better than him, but they wouldn't have fit this system.
You've got to fit into this Pep system. That's the question. So listen, 5 brilliant answers. Thank you so much for coming on Man City Fan TV. What I'd want to say is, because you're the chairman and set up the ATL Citizens, can you just give the City followers and Man City Fan TV followers and subscribers just a little bit of brief information about where you are, what you do, and if they want to follow you on any social media platforms?
Yeah, mate. So we actually meet in Atlanta at a place called Bruel's Cafe. We've been around since 2016 is when we officially become a branch of the official supporters club. We've got a little over like 112, 113 members, I think, now. And we keep adding all the time, which is fantastic. We've actually got Man City coming here for the kickoff weekend. From the 8th to the 11th, they're going to be here with the trophies. They're going to be here with some ex-players. Sean Wright Phillips is going to be there. It's going to be amazing. I've got all the Southeast branches coming. So we've got 12 different branches all coming here to Atlanta to watch the kick is going to be insane, mate. And you can actually look online and go to at atlcitizens.com. Any of those, like Twitter is at atlcitizens, so it's Facebook, www.mancityATLcitizens.com. You can go there. We'll have all the information about the matches. We post photos and videos. We do everything we can to keep all of our members informed on what we're doing.
Well, that's absolutely brilliant. So, guys, followers of Man City Fan TV, if you want to go, if you're out there, if you're on holiday, or you want to just go over and follow what's happening with ATL Citizens, all the information will be below this video, or you can watch the video back. And Chris has just said everything that you need to know. And listen, I want to say a massive thank you to Chris, the chairman of the ATL Citizens.
Yeah, absolutely welcome. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
And don't forget, subscribe, click notification, comment below the video. And if you want to come on the next episode of Who Are You on Man City Fan TV, all you have to do is send me an email. It's mcfcfantv@gmail.com. But one last time, Chris, thank you so much, mate, for coming on. Your questions, the answers to your questions were absolutely brilliant.
Oh, the Blues.
Take care, buddy.
All right, mate. Bye.